when I first got together, I had a dog from a previous relationship, Vega. She was the namesake of the original rescue, Vega's new leash on life. Funny story, we had to change the name of the rescue because people kept calling us and thinking we were in Las Vegas, so they were getting a little confused, so we begrudgingly took away Vega's name and replaced it with Vega's, or Forever Love Rescue, although Vega still has a place in everybody's heart. She passed away at age 10, which for her breed was a normal time span. At the time we had four other dogs, and in a normal household that would be enough, but not ours. So we had to replace Vega, which we could never do, but we had to try to
fill her spot
in the pack, so to speak. So my loving wife went on to Facebook and on the internet and found the dog in Bamberg, South Carolina. If you've never heard of it, don't be surprised because not too many people have. Little town in the very rural part of South Carolina. We had put in an adoption application, got approved. The following week, they were going to ship her up on what they call a dog transport. They moved dogs from the south to the north, kind of like an underground railroad from the old slavery days. One person takes a group of dogs and drives them for a couple of hours and then passes them off to somebody else and somebody else until they finally get to their final destination. Most of them are volunteers. So she was scheduled to come up the next week. We did not wait a week. We got in the car and drove 9 hours to South Carolina, which is kind of how the rescue got started. When we got down there, we saw the deplorable conditions that the dogs were in, and that is
not necessarily the dogs, but the shelters.
Well, the shelter, and no disrespect to the shelter whatsoever. They, like we have found out over the last several years, like most shelters, try to do as much as they can with as little as they can. So there were 30 or 40 dogs there, living in,
outdoor kennels.
And that was at the point in time when, on the way back, Steph, in her mind, I believe, started the rescue. Shortly after that, several times over the next couple of months, she had a dog shipped up to her, and before we were an official rescue, she was getting it vetted and finding it a home. And then shortly after that, we started the official paperwork and have grown to where we are now.